What's good, gamers? It's been one day since the last episode, and we're fucking back at it. Let me actually not turn this off so that I don't fuck it up again. I turned the gain down on the microphone a little bit just because there's a lot of random noises going on in my background right now, so we're gonna hope that those don't show up. But fun episode today. We're out of the Pilaf saga, so that means some shit is finally happening. We get introduced to yet another great character. I wouldn't call them like a primary character just because, you know, Toriyama just isn't about it, I guess. But you saw the title. It's Launch. We see Launch, finally. The primary reason for Roshi having a will to live. Um, I'm very excited about the English version. The sub was great. Um, Very entertaining, pretty much the whole time. We see Goku and Krillin bond a little more. This is their first kind of like outing together. Um, so we get kind of a hint of what their relationship might be like. And yeah, that's about it. Fucking episode starting. Hope y'all are ready for shenanigans. We open on a shot of the I'm assuming Japanese countryside. I'm actually not sure where Dragon Ball technically would take place, but Japanese countryside is a good bet. Um, Goku and Krillin are flying over the countryside once again. Krillin complains about it being too high in the air because he's having to hold on to Goku's back. Goku's like, if you weren't impure, if you had a pure heart, this wouldn't be an issue. You could sit on the cloud. Um, to which Krillin's like, mm. um, Goku points out a farmer as they pass by. Um, okay, yes, same joke in the sub and the dub. I really got to put on subtitles. That would help me so much. Anyway, they're flying over the countryside. They see a farmer. Goku's like, "Do you think Roshi would like him?" Um, and Krillin's like, "That's a man. He does not want a man." To which Goku responds, "You can tell. I usually have to touch people." And to which Krillin responds, "In case you couldn't tell, I'm a man." Um, okay, interesting. Uh, in the sub, he specifically says, "I have to check for a winky." So there's something fun. But we swap to a shot after the title card. Um, Sorry, very easily distracted today. We swap to a shot after the title card. Look out for launch. Spelt Launch. I actually should have paid a little more attention to the uh what's it called? Outlaw. They have like wanted posters. They had a row of 3 on the wall. First was Akira Toriyama's self insert, and as it pans left, it shows a middle guy, and launch. In the sub, they call her Lunch. No A in the name anywhere, so she's just Lunch. Akira Toriyama's worth was 100,000, and it's in dollars in both sub and dub, which I thought was interesting. But his worth was 100,000. I think Launches was 2 million. both in dollars. So naturally, there's someone sitting in this bar with these wanted posters, waiting to fucking pounce on launch. To which the bar is generally discussing, yeah, she's coming here. Um, and the patrons are like, oh man, I've heard all of these terrible things about her. And then the wind blows open a set of doors to reveal a woman with blue hair walking in. Doesn't match the wanted poster at all. So everyone's like, oh, uh, it's not launch. We'll go about our business. She walks up to the bar. The man next to her that she walks up to is like, bartender, get her whatever she wants. And in the sub specifically, he says, I once loved a girl with her color hair. To which his cronies say, a little corny, huh, boss? And he beats him up. She orders an orange juice, and that's that. Um, we see wind blowing outside the bar windows, and it starts rustling up dust, blows open the bar doors, and it's like very stereotypical Western bar doors. Um, that like, they blow open. You know. Um, but the wind starts blowing, rustles up some dust, blows into the bar. It crosses Launch's nose. She sneezes, and her hair changes color, and suddenly goes on a murderous rampage. Pulls out her gun, shoots at everyone. Um, Fortunately, it looks like nobody's mortally wounded, but there are some damages. She kind of just shoots at bottles that are like behind the bar just to do more damage, I guess. Maybe that's in her character, but whatever it is, she shoots up the place and then leaves. We then see her escaping on a bike and stopping on some train tracks. She pulls out what looks to be a grenade launcher, but then shoots it, and a blue orb comes out. I'm not sure if that's meant to be like a rocket or a grenade, um, but it could very well be like a plasma or an energy blast. I'm not sure the state of weapons in this age for Dragon Ball, but it's a blue orb. It shoots. It incapacitates the train. She robs the train. The conductor's like, police, we just got robbed by launch. And she rides off. Goku and Krillin are on their cloud, zooming through the desert side. And Krillin's like, there's not going to be any women out here. And Goku's like, well, why ever not? To which Krillin says, no self-respecting woman would be out here. That's about it. I'm gonna circle back to Toriyama's wanted poster. It said specifically, if any people fluent in Japanese, um, fucking watch this. On the right hand corner of his poster, it said Daigi, Daigi /Hirata, Hirata, Hirofumi, Hirofumi. I could not find any meaning for that. Whether it be like names that worked on Dragon Ball or any actual translation. So if anybody has any idea what that means, please reach out, leave a comment or something. Um, I'll also point out that Akira Toriyama's name on the poster was the only one in like English lettering. The others were written in Japanese katakana, I think it is. Um, But yeah, it was only Akira's name in English. Circling back, not much has happened. Launch is back on her bike, fleeing from the train, and some police have caught up to her. Um, they're shooting at her. She casually tosses a grenade back, blows one of them up. Um, the other one's still behind her, still shooting. She pulls out a shotgun, I think it is, and goes to shoot it, but uh, her hair blows past her nose and she sneezes, crashes, changes hair color, changes personality, and she's sitting on the ground now, um, completely unaware of what's going on. And the cops are like, "You're under arrest." And she's like, "I don't know what's happening." And they're like, "Fuck you, stop pretending." And she's like, "I'm not pretending, somebody help me." Um, Krillin and Goku still looking for a woman. Krillin still being like, "No woman would be out here." And then he says, "I think I heard somebody calling for help." And Goku's like, "Look, there, that woman's being accosted by some people." Um, he, sorry, listening. Okay. Um, Goku asks if they should save them. I really got to turn on the subtitles. I'll hook up um like a PlayStation or a Wii or something. Anything that'll play discs. I don't think Wii plays movies. I'm not sure. Um, but I have my spare PlayStation down here that I can hook up. Anyway, I'll hook that up and turn on subtitles. Goku's like, "Should we save her?" Krillin's like, "That's the heroic thing to do." And Goku, without hesitation, is like, "Okay, then we're doing that." Krillin, they land. Krillin says, "To be clear, I'm not with him." Um, Goku says, "You leave her alone." And the cops are like, "We will arrest you too if you fucking interfere with us." To which Goku slaps the gun out of one of the cops' hand and fucking wrestles him, and then headbutts the other one as he just recklessly fires into the air. So pretty not great training for that cop, but um, Goku fights cops is the important thing to take away from this. Goku is anti-police. Um, so yeah, uh, helpful information. Um, Goku then says, "You think, huh? You think Roshi would like her?" Krillin's like checking her out, and says yes. And then she hops on the cloud. They fly away. Krillin looks back. He's like, "Nice." Um, in that last section, the only like real sub difference was Krillin specifically said in regards to whether or not they should help launch. He said, "Let sleeping dogs lie." So yeah, there. And I'll say once again, the translation that the sub that I'm using is whatever the Hulu streaming sub is. So it might not be up to par. It's very possible. They call for Roshi to show up, uh, and he doesn't respond. Krillin says he may be in the laboratory. Goku's like, "What's a laboratory?" Laboratory. Krillin says, "The bathroom." To which Goku says, "Oh, he's crapping? I'll go get him." Uh, Krillin apologizes for Goku's crass behavior. Krillin's like, so why were those people dressed as cops after you? And she's like, oh, they were real cops. I it probably has something to do with this money. I likely robbed a bank again. Um, to which Krillin and there's like a crawfish on a tree. They both side eye her. They're like, bitch, bitch. Um, she's pulling out the money and counting it. Um, Roshi's like, can you keep it down about me taking a poop, please? It's not good for impressing women's. Um, Goku walks him over to the window. He sees Launch, and his nose starts running. Not with blood, just with snot. She's still explaining herself to Krillin. He's looking at her body as they make, I guess, like as they make like onomatopoeia. I don't know what the Japanese translations for them were. They didn't bother to reanimate anything, which why would they, honestly? Um, but Roshi yells, "Hey!" Um, I think in the sub he said something like "nice." Gets her attention. She's like, "Oh, you spooked me." Um, uh, Launch says, "Your grandson saved me from trouble today." He says, I'm glad they saved you, but to be honest with you, they're not my grandsons. They're my younger brothers," which is directly what the sub said, like word for word. So glad they kept that one. And then he says, "Oh, I was just joking." And Launch says, "Yeah, I knew." Roshi explains that Goku and Krillin came to train with them, and Launch is like, "Yeah, that makes sense as to why they'd be so strong." Um, Goku's like, "You haven't taught me shit yet." Uh, to which, to which Roshi changes the subject promptly. Um, Once again, we get that explicit change from sub to dub, where Roshi invites Launch to take a walk around his island paradise with him, versus the sub where he asks, "Would you take a bath with," and then stops and says, "I mean, live a quiet life with me." Um, and Launch says something to the effect of, "I should be asking you if I can live here. That would be great." Because keep in mind, she is on the run. So an island in the middle of the ocean would be awesome for her. Krillin is speaking to Roshi's credit, I suppose. Talking about how honored he is. Revered is the word I'm looking for. He's very revered in the martial arts scene. Um, to which Launch says, "Ooh, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were so cool." And Roshi slyly is like, "Thanks for the assist, kid." Um, Roshi brings out the official uniform for the Turtle Hermit School, and presents it to Launch, and she's about to change in front of all of them. To which Krillin says, "You can change inside, you know." And she says, "Oh, yes, good idea." And Roshi says, "Now, why in the fuck would you say that?" Uh, Launch comes out in very skimpy, fucking, like, unitard, lacy, uh, high socks with pink frill, um, black suit with pink frill along the like pelvis, and along the bra straps and the tits, um, and then walks very sexily over to them. Um, and then we get a shot of Roshi, Goku, and Krillin, who are all also wearing the outfit to kind of sell the lie. Um, a horsefly comes and bothers Roshi, and he swats it away, and it flies over to Launch, and naturally it flies under her nose, and she sneezes. Changes hair, changes personality. She's like, "Who the fuck are you, and where am I? And I'm going to kill you." She pulls out her gun. She's caked up. Just absolutely fat ass. Um, but she pulls out a gun, starts shooting at him, um, hits him quite a bit. They have bullets lodged in their skulls. Um, and then her hair blows in front of her nose again, and she changes back. Uh, she says, "Oh my gosh, did I do something that I shouldn't have?" And Roshi says, "Oh, yeah, something like that." Um, and that's the end of the episode. So we can get kind of a sense of the antics that are going to go on with Launch on this island. Hopefully, it's not more training in lingerie, but if that's what it has to be, that's what it has to be. So fucking be it. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. I think the only thing that I left out was Roshi offered to train Launch, and she was like, "I couldn't do martial arts. I just couldn't keep up with you three." Um, to which Roshi responds, "We could go slow for you," something like that. But yeah, that's it. I don't think I missed anything. Once again, if you know anything about that Akira Toriyama poster, please let me know. I would love to hear it. I'll characterize it for you. It's once again just the gas mask, but this time he was wearing a suit in it to look more like a gangster. So anytime that you're seeing that gas mask on a character that you don't know, it's probably Toriyama. But you don't have to watch it because I'll tell you which episodes it's in. Um, okay, that's it. Uh, have a good night. I'm gonna work directly after recording this. I'm gonna work on finishing recording the third chapter and the fourth chapter for Journey to the West. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, bell icon. Bye.